play. Not play against. Let's go against Steve.
Not play
Gameplay.
against.
I'm okay.
Wait.
I play weaker than Steve, so this is definitely a match I like talking about. However, this matchup is not good, particularly good for Steve, just due to the fact that Zucher has a really good rushdown ability, and if Zucher gets elite, Steve has really garbage approach options. Like, people talk about this character is terrible in disadvantage. If they can't get time to mine, if they're forced to approach, you're in for a bad time. And ZSS with elite can do both of those things.
Yeah, and already you can see Shio using the dirt blocks as much as they can in order to kind of get Glue away from them and make sure they're able to mine a little bit. But God, Glue's just not letting Shio breathe, approaching them as much as they can. But in a surprise turn of events, Glue is the one kind of getting most of the percentage on them.
Yeah, it seems like right now, Glue is just a little bit passive in how they're approaching. They're just kind of trying to space out with Zaire when it looks like Shio was just willing to just go ahead and move forward a little bit while taking time down then to mine. But right there, you can see damage on board. How you get? Oh, they have no iron right now. So if they can get this poke, no. But this is still a really tough position to be in. Just do once again. You have that was great. Calling it to jump back on the stage and then just hit him with an uppy. And now Steve in disadvantage. You didn't get any gold off that last stock. You didn't get diamond. You have no other resources to go off of.
Except one or two iron blocks.
And that's you every time Steve respawns with 3 iron blocks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. That is just something that Steve has. So, but you are struggling right now. Once again, you're kind of getting put in these aggressive options, and you don't have anything to fight back against them.
I do want to point out when Steve did do up smash, Glue was able to kind of completely maneuver around that and punish Shio for it, and I think that was it was really beautiful maneuver and movement.
Yeah. Flip kick is a flip jump, flip kick, whatever is a war crime. That move is invincible, like on startup, pretty much. It can just cover huge distances, and that can be definitely a problem trying to fight against Steve. That was a great LP attempt, just knowing that he had to come back somehow. And honestly, I think if they waited just a little bit, they would have been able to catch him coming back up. And right now, you're stuck on this platform in shield, no iron, so you can't, you can't dare right now. You can't move away with side B. How are you getting back on stage? Just gonna get up and dash
get up into that shot. Yep.
And you do have Stone on board right now, but you also you did up smash. That move is laggy. That is a laggy.
Do you know
move.
why that Magma Block didn't pick up ZSS? I thought it was a scoop up move.
There is a scoop hitbox on it, but they were in shield.
It didn't hit.
It didn't hit. Soon got caught in shield, and at that point, okay. So Steve does have the ability to cancel off his blocks. The fact that blocks do despawn eventually, you can cancel off them into. There's pretty much very little any lag, so you can just, and your move will stay out. So you can see the down tilt has been great pivot grab, but you can see the down tilt when he does it does stay out because that does have a lingering hitbox on it, and it can be used for pressure. The main problem is he's not. The pressure isn't doing anything, and he gets back into the mine cart.
Yeah, no, it's just he's having a really hard time trying to find a way to kind of take off Glue's second stock. Oh, you know what? Oh no, Glue once again is coming right back to the grab on stage, not gonna be able to kill, and this might almost be it if they're able to kind of if Shio is able to stay on stage or keep control of center stage, it may be over for Glue, or over for Shio.
Yeah, but he does a diamond on the board. What?
Flip kick into nope, not quite yet.
You can't craft there. Once again, ZSS does have the movement ability. Okay, getting a punish off the missed up the attempt. However, you have no materials right now. You're fine. No. You're living. Yeah. But you have no
iron
has
to diamond.
And when you get back on stage, you have
you have no resources.
To go off of. Yeah.
You have 3 stone to your name.
Yeah, that's enough, but
that's
the aggressive off the attempt is gonna get punished there. That move has very little lag if you can land on the but there's enough lag that if you just go with an aggressive option like that, ZSS can definitely punish that out of shield. So
wow.
To me, I don't think that was a particularly bad choice, like a bad character pick. I just think particularly, there's some interactions where Shio was just getting a little bit too aggressive, or they just won't go for the big defensive options. But we're going to see this Alex coming out this time. So obviously doesn't think it's a character problem, and running it not right back, but running back the same character at least.
Now, I've heard that certain stages have different resources. For Steve, would you say that this counter pick is better resource gathering wise, or?
Okay, so this is a mixed bag for it, because Small Battlefield, and FD have what's like apparently the neutral item gathering. So you have like on stone stages, there's different materials you get at different times. On FD, Battlefield, and Small Battlefield, those are the only stages where it's consistent. Where it's consistent across the board. So it definitely works because you get a better mixture of materials, and there's less time to mine relative to like PS2, but the quality of materials definitely is not as good for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I figured to ask you, I feel like you would know, and certainly you did.
Yeah, because of course, like once again, like that should take it. Yep,
there we go, that up smash, definitely gonna take it. Finally, they gained that scoop, not once but twice, and getting a bunch of damage off of glue, and hopefully this kind of looks like the a turnaround for, turnaround for Shio, yeah, I always get scared.
That's great, yeah, Steve can stall off that side there, and if he really wanted, should be fine. Yeah, but Steve can mine off that wall, which something a lot of people don't really remember, because there was some Sakurai in the direct did specifically mention that Steve can mine off walls. Granted, nobody thought on a stage like this with Steve be mining off a wall, and you're dead. Yeah, off the top. It's definitely a this is definitely a lead that you like having. You can't, yeah, that is a very nice mix-up, just due to the fact that Steve can air dodge before the hitbox actually hits Steve. You don't take the damage there, you can really act out of it.
Yep.
And there's a there. So, okay, another thing to note about this stage compared to PS2 is that the blocks do a lot more cutting off aggressive options due to how slow the platforms are and how close everything is.
We saw that earlier.
Yeah, Steve can just hide behind one of those pillars and up tilt away to anti-air. And that, oh my god, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage, and that's a really good spot for Shio right now. Honestly, learning a lot about Steve right now. I did not know how happy things he just said, and honestly, this character kind of crazy, getting that Magma Block scoop into the air. Come on.
So,
what did that call? A block? Oh my god, I'm up smash.
But no iron right now, and should be able to make it back. But once again, the aggressive up B. Although I do know what they're going for, because that up B hitbox does true combo into up smash. There you go. You see he's mining off the wall right now, and he does reboost your invincibility. But you're fine. Another issue is that you didn't get diamond that stock. So this is not undoable, but you did lose your closest chance to get diamond to finish it off, or at least make it easier. But you do have iron now, so this is a strong material that can be used. And yeah, your shield is like really low at that point. You try to act out of it. Yeah. That back here is gonna take it.
I feel like I got a lot of information I want. And honestly, watching the match, and a lot of things that you said really made a lot of sense as it was happening. You know, the pillar and stacking underneath the ledge, kind of stalling out ZSS's stun, and using the Magma Block also as a way to scoop him off into the Magma Block into up smash. And honestly, wow, Steve, kind of crazy.
He's indeed a pretty nutty character, although
kind of nutty.
I do wonder what stages what's left open, because once again, you get different resources on different stages, so that's also like another thing. I know some Steves will counterpick based off of what like materials or wars and stuff like that, because like Smashville and Town City, you only get wood, and you use axe, which is an important part of it. So if you're using it to mine, you lose its durability on up tilt, which can be a big factor. I know some of them like can dislike the stages where it's only iron, because even though it could work out for Steve, like, you know, you want iron most of the time, it also takes longer to mine. So I know some people are fans of that. And I know like a lot of people, just like I'm going to talk about this a little bit, FD in a stage list is usually the only legal stage that uses shovel to mine, which is also the only tool that isn't used anywhere else in Steve's moveset. So it really does not affect him. Affect his other tools, so he doesn't have to worry about pickaxe running out like on backer and fair because he was using it to mine.
Okay.
It's definitely something to look to. But we're going back to Battlefield, so you do get the same resource. You have the same resource cycle right now, but you do get a higher platform. The platform's a little bit less close together, and you do have a bigger stage, which once again can go both ways, just due to how. Oh, you got caught. You may be dead off that.
Yeah, I think this stage is actually better because I think last time we were on a small battlefield, but this time I think having the third platform up there is actually better for ZSS's combo starters, and also the fact that she's able to do a lot of these aerial combos into that up B, which we've seen is pretty much Glue's finisher for most of their combos.
Yeah, and we can see right now we're talking about how Steven's disadvantage is awful, and if realistically, what Blue could do is Blue could just camp that top platform, and of course there's the whole idea of, oh, but you're giving him Diamond. What's Diamond gonna do if he can't hit you? You know? Mm-hmm. And that's definitely something that could come into play. I don't think that Blue has the mindset to camp for that long. That is a hard thing to consistently try to do, because like as someone who plays these lamer characters, you know how hard it is to have the mindset to be like, yes, I'm gonna camp my ass off for the next like 7 minutes. That takes a lot of mental work. Yeah, we can see right now is resetting his invincibility, mixing up how he covers off that ledge. Definitely useful, but you have
I'm trying to see exactly like there wasn't at least any iron, no diamond, no gold, nothing like that.
And this is really bad to see, especially you already had a huge disadvantage off the first stock. You should be dead for this. Yep, off the top, you get popped up into such a exploitable space from that minecart there. So you get 35% off the board off stage spike, and you're making it back. But you did see Shio did go for the jab to try to catch a jump maybe coming up from Blue, and Blue just instantly down being out of the disadvantage. That move just does that for some reason, and this is looking tough. Questionable attempt to block cancel there. However,
right now it just kind of looks like a very precarious situation for Shio at the moment. Like having a stock disadvantage at the moment, and also just that third platform is really doing it for ZSS, using it to as much as he can to kind of circle camp a little bit around a lot of these like minecart, up smash, TNT. The first time we've seen it being used this whole entire time.
Yeah, and Diamond on board right now, and that did not break through. Oh, you didn't craft those things. You don't have a pickaxe, and yeah, that's the problem. Is if you try crafting, you're kind of in a tough position of you're letting a character move in on you. No, not being able to punish the aggressive down B from ledge. Now, getting propped up into the air, but not going to get sent the direction of Blue. This is actually not the worst position to be in. You're not
but
dead.
that might be.
You are dead.
Wow.
Huh. From mid-stage, really. And that's gonna be the set. Yeah, that's the problem with the Steve Zero Suit matchup. Once again, I talked about it. If you have a lead, you're doing a little bit better. But if you're losing on a big stage, it's incredibly hard to come back from. And to Shio's credit, he was actually doing a pretty good job, especially on those last few stocks, coming back from it. This one aggressive option too much, and you died for it. That's just this game, honestly.